Good morning from Thistledew. I had a bit of luck of the Irish last night, and happy St. Patrick's Day to the Irish out there and to those of us who think we are. I would have really gotten my dad's look of son last night. Yesterday afternoon, I threw out some hot coals from the wood stove because, thank you, Carrier, we haven't had a furnace for 3 weeks. So we've been really cranking the wood stove, and I threw out some ashes. And at 10:30 last night, Maddie and I were watching television and heard this urgent banging at the door and came out, and the entire field behind me was on fire. And it was my fault. And if you approach the farm from over the hill, it looked like the barn was on fire, and there happened to be a battalion chief from Ottsville coming by, and he radioed, and suddenly we had 14 firefighters and 2 fire companies here for a fire that we could have peed on and gotten it out. However, I think we must value overreaction. It was a little overreaction because it was small, but thank God he came by, because we had no idea it was happening. And I think right now we have to overreact. I don't know that anybody has explained why self-quarantine has to happen, and it's to protect our hospitals and our doctors and our nurses, because if the virus takes hold in your community, your hospitals are going to be overwhelmed. Did you know there are only 700 ICU units in New York City? Think about your local hospital. Is it big or small? They don't have that much. The hospitals in Italy are absolutely overrun right now. And the system is collapsing because of it. So thank God our government officials are finally overreacting to the situation. Yesterday, John Campbell, one of our family friends, posted this prayer, and I thought I would read it. It's by Cameron Wiggins Belim, and here it goes. May we who are merely inconvenienced remember those whose lives are at stake. May we who have no risk factors remember those most vulnerable. May we who have the luxury of working from home remember those who must choose between preserving their health or making their rent. May we who have the flexibility to care for our children when schools are closed remember those who have no options. May we who have to cancel our trips remember those who have no safe place to go. May we who are losing our margin money in the tumult of the economic market remember those who have no margin at all. May we who settle in for quarantine at home remember those who have no home. There's a lot of people out there. As fear grips our country, let us choose love during this time when we cannot physically wrap our arms around each other. Let us find ways to be loving. Let us find ways to be the loving embrace of God to our neighbor. Amen. One other thing that struck me about the fire, it got me thinking about home, and it's this time of year, and I believe it's already started back in Page County in Virginia. The old folk would burn the mountainside so that they could get to, so it would clear a way for the new growth to come, and in that new growth was berry bushes, and it would help you get to the berries quicker. Some people lost their homes in the process, but they would burn the mountainside, and I believe it's still going on And it is amazing how this was full of brush. I hadn't touched it for 2 years, and now look at it. It's all clean. So maybe this virus is a fire that we needed to clear the way for beautiful foliage to come out. It'll be interesting to see what happens to this area this summer. Have you heard of the new thing? It's virtual cocktail parties, and I love the idea. Amy Shea Jacobs invited me to one yesterday that I couldn't attend, and we're going to do one for Christina's mother and all of her friends in the San Francisco area this coming Friday, because they are a hoot and everybody is inside. So why not have a great cocktail party and everybody open up a bottle of wine and enjoy each other's company virtually? I love that idea. However, we have to be able and ready to spend every dime for a wonderful time. The minute we can get back out, we need to support caterers and event people and bars and clubs. I think it's going to happen. I was on a wonderful conference call with Cindy Novotny through Engage yesterday, and she was saying the corporate view of this current situation is a V. We're coming in, we're going to hit bottom very quickly, and then we're going to get out of it very quickly. We are already still getting calls for Q3 and Q4. I believe we have to double down, rest right now, because the rest of the year we have to make money, and we are going to. I really think it's going to come back strong. Are you writing down your gratitude? I hope so. And would you like me to do a guided meditation, just privately or on the down below? Let me know if you think you would enjoy a guided meditation. All right. Now I have to get on a conference call. Thank God. See you tomorrow.